Hi, this is Steve from the Movie Dudes. I'm bringing you a review by Sam. He's not available at the moment, so I thought we'd dip into his category of classics of the movie world that for some reason unknown he has not seen. I don't understand why he hasn't seen the original Wall Street. I'm guessing it's because he's a bit younger than me, like 4 years. So obviously when I was 4 years old, I already had my portfolio sorted out. You know, I was flipping buildings left, right and centre. I don't understand. Me and Superman flipping buildings. Shouldn't have put that joke in. Really shit. Anyway, so now as I witness these greats and not so greats, I will share my views and opinions on the 80s classics. So with all the buzz surrounding the sequel and Michael Douglas's ill health, get well soon Michael Douglas, because I'm quite, as an 80s fan, I personally have been hit especially with Michael J. Fox's Parkinson illness. And is it sad that every now and again you find yourself praying for someone you don't know, but just for the fact that they brought you so much joy throughout your childhood in their movies that you feel you owe them a prayer every now and again. I don't want to go into that kind of thing, but I do. So anyway, after watching the Wall Street 2 trailer, which looks pretty interesting, I thought I should really watch Wall Street 1. I've seen it, Sam hasn't. As many of you know from experience, that when a sequel hits the big screen, it's almost impossible to find its predecessor on DVD or at least Blu-ray for a reasonable price. It's on Sky Player. It's on Sky Movies and Sky Player if you want to check it out, because they are desperate to get people to see Wall Street 2. I think Wall Street 2 financed itself with the subprime mortgage market. I don't know. Anyway, the movie centres around Bud Fox, Charlie Sheen, as a young stockbroker who is pretty much willing to do anything to climb the ladder. Really focuses on Charlie Sheen, who is pretty much willing to do anything to climb the ladder. Fair enough. Except cut his hair or change his hairstyle, because his hairstyle same as always. Anyway, he is taken under the wing of high-powered, successful, yet greedy and ruthless broker Gordon Gekko, who basically leads him along the route of greed is good and uses Bud in his mission to manipulate the market. What follows is a world of illegal inside information, and Bud is torn at the hands of Gekko between his father and his success. See, his father obviously is a union rep and works for an airline, and Bud leaks the information about how a plane crash wasn't their fault, so they're going to get a favourable court hearing, and that's where the inside information comes from. To be honest, I find the characters quite stereotypical. You've got the union man, the greedy Wall Street uber god of the time. You've got the young, hungry, power maniac. Not power. I know I'm being harsh to Bud Fox. He's not a power maniac, but you've got the guy who thinks he can do better than his dad. He doesn't want to be blue collar. He wants to be white collar. But really, does it make you a good person? Anyway, I have to start off with that you can not avoid the fact that Wall Street looks dated when 90% of the film, the characters are sitting in front of computers and using the latest, quote, gadgets in a film from 1987. It's hard not to notice the mobile phones that are the size of bricks. My dad actually had one of those. They were incredible. At the end of the day, today they look awful. Back then, they looked amazing. Just like the Nokia with Snake looked amazing when you had it in your hand. But none of that was the problem. As for the start, most of my favourite movies are from the 80s. Well, mine too as well. I love all the movies. In fact, if I won the lottery today, I could win 100 million on the lottery, and I'd buy a DeLorean. I wouldn't buy a Lamborghini, I'd buy a DeLorean, and I'd kit it out Back to the Future style. Why would I want a Lamborghini when I could have the DeLorean? Anyway, the main reason I wasn't fazed by it though was because because the film was so fantastic. I will also add one thing to what Sam has said, that the fact is, one of the most dated things is Splash. Her outfit, that red outfit, it's like a little pencil skirt with like this suit top. It's got like a racing checkerboard across the top and shoulder pads out fucking 4 miles past the shoulders. That's dated. Anyway, with witty dialogue, camera work that makes you feel like you are right there in the room with them, and top-notch performance from Charlie Sheen and Michael Douglas. Yes, in fact, I mean, to be honest, it's not even a top-notch performance from Michael Douglas, because Michael Douglas is actually a really good actor. He really is. It's only Charlie Sheen that's not a great actor, but even in this film, he can pull off being really shallow and money-orientated. Sorry, I don't want to like go on like I hate Charlie Sheen, because I actually really like him. He's one of my favourite actors of all time, but I understand who he is, what he does, and his best performances in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Anyway, as the movie progresses, you begin to realise that Bud's father is the angel on his shoulder, telling him to keep his eyes open and not get sucked in by the money and manipulative lifestyle. Gecko, therefore, is the devil on his other shoulder, pushing him to make them bucks and make them any way possible, whilst manipulating Bud at the same time. It's refreshing to see Charlie Sheen in a serious role for a change, as opposed to his ongoing stint in spoofs and 2.5 Men. I'm sorry, Charlie Sheen was in Navy SEALs. You can't get much more serious. Yeah, it's good to see Charlie Sheen in a serious role. Anyway, and at 22 years old, he should have got at least an Oscar nod. Not sure. I don't know. 87, you had some good films come out. I'm not sure about an Oscar, but I can definitely see where he's going with this one. It was a good shout. Charlie Sheen was very good for Charlie Sheen. And Michael Douglas was great as Gordon Gecko. He was great for that part, and the fact he's been brought back for the second one. I mean, they're making a sequel. Yes, there's been a financial crisis to bring it back, but yes, he was very good at Gordon Gecko, and well deserved his Oscar for the role, without a doubt, absolutely without a doubt. Even though his role was a stereotype, he played it to the T. I actually really like Terence Stamp's character. I think Terence Stamp's character is actually the most underlooked of all, because he's not the angel, he's not the devil, he's the guy with money who wants to invest and build a functional, sustainable financial system, not the buy in, tear it down, make the buck, fuck 'em. Buy in, tear it down, make the buck, fuck 'em. Anyway, Michael Douglas, of course, he was untouchable at the time in all his films, from Romancing the Stone up until Falling Down in 1992. Falling Down was incredible, absolutely amazing. Robert Duvall in that was brilliant as well. Yeah, anyway, I agree with Sam. Highly recommend Wall Street to anyone who's not seen it before, and you definitely got to go see the sequel. It's worth viewing just so you get an idea of what is going on around you. Oliver Stone, he's not the most fashionable director at the moment, and he's far from his best, like Platoon and Casualties of War. But to be honest, Charlie Sheen should have got if any Oscar was going to Charlie Sheen, he should have been for Platoon. But Oliver Stone, he's nowhere near his best as he used to be, but he still makes at least interesting films. World Trade Center, I don't want to get into that because there's too much on either side on that one, so I don't want to get into that. But definitely go check Wall Street. Go check Wall Street 2. I'm going to go see it. I give it 5 Wall Street crashes out of 1930s America.